that the focus should be on fostering more positive attitude towards brand and not to worry too much about attitude and product shopping, attitude towards product shopping and attitude towards product and shopping. In other words, attitude towards product and shopping can I ignore and focus only on the brand? I am raising this question to you. If you read the textbook says you should be focused only on brand, not this, but I differ with Naresh Malhotra. I will come back to you. That is the power of Paul Green. Now, this is statistical significance is important. By that, attitude towards product and shopping do not matter much, but only brand attitude matters much for loyalty. The question I am putting it here. Now, the third step we have done, individual coefficients. Fourth one, explaining odds. The odds ratio, the odds give you this. In the computer, you can get exponential odds. Exponential beta will give you the odds. Now, forget the intercept part, but look at the brand, product and shopping. Brand, the odds are 3.57. 1.24, 1.80. I convert this into probability, 78% probability, 54% probability, 54.64 and 64% probability. So, what is the interpretation of the odds? If the brand score improves by one more unit on a scale of 1 to 7, whatever the brand score X now, if it improves by one more unit, the odds of a non-loyal customer becoming a loyal customer is 3.57 times. In other words, it is 3.57 times that of the non-loyal customer becoming a loyal customer. The odds tell you story. So, 78% probability the non-loyal customer will become a loyal customer to you if the odds scores can go up by one more unit. That is the interpretation. Now, when you go by the interpretation, in the logistic regression classification, we use a 50% probability. Yes. Yeah.
Variables in the model.
Yeah.
High p-value, and then like you ideally should drop those variables from the model.
I am not recommending that.
Okay, no, that's
Some statisticians, sometimes we make that mistake. Even when they are not significant, don't drop the value. If you drop the value, the predictive accuracy comes down. So, don't immediately drop them. But we are saying they are not important.
No, that's true. But like when you are converting those beta coefficients into odd ratios of probability,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So once you change this p-values, unless and until your p-values are significant, right? So your beta coefficient will again change once.
No, I am not changing the beta coefficient here. I am not changing the beta coefficient, my dear friend. I am increasing the unit score. Beta coefficient is not changing.
Right, but this beta coefficient came from that model where you have variables with high p-value.
That is true, sir. But what I am interpreting is what is important. Now, look at the odds 1.2, 1.8. Statistically, this is not significant. You have seen that. But when I use a classification rule in the logistic regression, 50% probability is the cutoff point. Now, you see the both product and shopping have got the merit, odds are more than 1, 1.2 and 1.8. They say statistically the predictor variables are not significant, but practically it is significant to me because product attitude, if it is improved by a strategy, I am improving the chance of converting a non-loyal customer to a loyal customer. That is the power of logistic regression. In other words, don't look at the output blindly, only significant values, look at the odds. In other words, statistically product and shopping are not significant predictors of the classification, but practically they are important to me. I am in a company that product and shopping also contribute substantially. This is a singular powerful weapon in logistic regression. When you interpret, you should not go only by statistical significance. Yes? Yeah.
One is practically it's not significant means they are thinking that it is equivalent to 0. Okay,
No. Who says that? No.
statistical significant. If it is not significant,
It is not equivalent to 0. No. What it says is, let me show you. It is significant if you take a p-value, if you take a level of significance, risk, type 1 error, 56% alpha if you take, it is significant. It is not 0.
Yeah. If it is 0.05, if I am very,
No, 0.5 if you take, yeah.
then it is non-significant.
Yeah, it is not significant.
That means my null hypothesis is equal to that product.
Yeah, that particular value is 0, you can assume in the null hypothesis. It is, you are saying it is not present, it is moderate. It is not 0. It is not 0. Yeah.
That is one. Suppose if I am building a model for like credit card industry, it's like 100 variables.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I cannot keep all the variables, right? Then I have to
No, there you are again making a mistake. The debate goes a little outside the scope, but I will answer that. What variable should be selected, the best subset of the variables that will be selected, you will have to first of all find out by a stepwise method. You cannot base it on this is not significant. Now, this is a danger. If you omit product and shopping and focus only on brand, perhaps you are making a biggest mistake. What is statistically significant, if the odds are important to you, if the odds are more than 1 and the variable is also statistically significant, then it is a deadly combination. But a particular variable is not statistically significant, but the odds are more than 1.5, it is important to me, I will ignore the statistical significance for that variable because the odds are improving. The odds represent the probability here, 54% probability and 64% probability. So, even if the variables are not statistically significant in a logistic regression, supposing here the odds are 0.6 and 0.7, then I can say yes, they are not important. But odds are more, so intersection concept I will apply. The odds are more, it is important to me. Statistical significance and practical significance will have to be taken into account together before you evolve a strategy for brand promotion. You cannot say customers are not interested in product attitude, or they don't care for the product attitude or shopping attitude. They are statistically not significant, that is the point. So, this is a subtle point, we can take it up. So, all I am saying in logistic regression, look at the odds also. The rest of the theoretical underpinning, we will not be able to do full justice here.
But if your p-value is high, right, then
Yeah.
you are just playing with your null hypothesis only.
No, no,
If your itself your
sir, if we want what we are saying, I am not playing with anything. I have not come here to play with the numbers or play with you. I have come to do a workshop. So, I want to qualify, we should not be too intoxicated and obsessed with the p-value, but let me clarify, since you have raised a technical question, you are forcing me to give a technical answer. Some of you not interested, you may ignore it or close your eyes for a while. I will just say here. What you are saying is an overall basis, the p-value, my dear friend, all betas, so your beta naught is 0, beta 1 is 0, beta 2 is 0 here, 3 variables are there, beta 3 is 0. My alternative hypothesis is, you tell me what is the alternative hypothesis since you have asked that question? Not equal to 0, no, at least 1 beta not equal to 0, isn't it? So, at least 1 beta not equal to 0, I have found a product is not equal to 0. Then you look at the individual coefficients. Now, the p-value, what is the level of significance you take, you should decide. That it depends on the risk taking appetite of the person.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you are like, when you do it at say 5% level or 10% level at 1%
Yeah.
level, that's fine. But when you are taking with very high p-value, so 50%.
No, no, I am not taking, I am saying that in the statistical sense it is not significant. I have already agreed to that. But what I am saying, you are chasing the perhaps the shadow and missing the substance. I have agreed to that it is not statistically significant, but practically the odds tell me it is important to me. It is practically significant. I cannot afford to ignore attitude towards product and shopping. It is one of the most powerful output of logistic regression, which you will lose sight if you are intoxicated or obsessed only with statistical significance. I am also a statistician after all, but I am telling you, believe me, this is the output. Here the probability is 54%, you are using a cutoff point. So 54% probability is quite high. Just let me come back. Then the next one is classification, how accurate the model is. Classification table is called the confusion matrix or misclassification error table, and the model has correctly predicted 24 out of the 30, 80% accuracy. This is one is given here. Now, the last but not the least is the ROC curve, ROC plot. Now, some of the analytics people, they are very particular when they make a decision that to look at the ROC curve, which plots on the vertical axis the sensitivity and the horizontal axis 1 minus specificity, and they look at this and the center line, and then there is the area under the curve. Now, area under the curve is large here, 91.1, and when I have a center line and this looks like a bow, Rama's bow, imagine he is just doing all that, when it is very high, hypothetically a steep curve here will give me the best fit, and anything closer to the center line or below is a poor fit. So, area under the curve around 70% minimum, if it is there, it is a good fit. Here it does not take into account statistical significance or odds. It says I have fitted the model, now I am calculating this and I am saying overall the model is good. So, here it is not suggesting you ignore something or not. The model is good, that means you are trying to consider that. So, now this is the one example. So, what is the order in which the logistic regression should be done? Let me just recapitulate for you. First, overall significance,